You already have a full-time job, the one with the title, the salary, the calendar full of meetings you actually get credit for. Here's the one nobody put on your calendar: tracking symptoms, researching supplements at 11 p.m., meal prepping around a plan you're not sure is even right, rescheduling your life around a cycle that won't cooperate, and doing all of it while still performing at 100% in the job people actually see. That's not being disorganized. That's a second, unpaid, invisible job, and it's exhausting you in ways your calendar doesn't show. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you the exact steps you can take right now to start putting that job down. I'm MacKenzie. I have PMOS, Hashimoto's, and celiac. I built a business managing a team of 30 trainers while also managing my own hormones falling completely apart behind the scenes. So I know exactly what this specific kind of tired feels like. And if you haven't already, click subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Now let's continue. Think about what PCOS actually demands from you in a given week. Researching what's safe to eat, reading labels, planning meals around blood sugar instead of just what sounds good. You're tracking a cycle that doesn't run on a normal schedule, managing brain fog well enough that nobody at work notices, deciding alone whether today's fatigue is push through it or something is actually wrong. None of that shows up on a to-do list. All of it takes real mental bandwidth, the same kind you're already spending on deadlines and decisions at work. Women with PCOS report significantly higher rates of fatigue and reduced quality of life compared to women without it. And a large part of that isn't just the physical symptoms. It's the constant low-grade labor of managing them. You're not imagining the exhaustion. You're running 2 jobs, and only one of them is actually on your resume. Here's what makes this specifically worse for you. You're good at your job because you're disciplined, organized, and you don't let things slide. So naturally, you applied that exact same approach to your PCOS. You researched, you tracked, you followed the plan perfectly, and it still didn't work. Because PCOS doesn't respond to effort the way your career does. In your job, more hours and more discipline usually produces a better result. But with hormones, insulin resistance, and elevated androgens, they don't care how disciplined you are. You can do everything right and still see nothing change because the plan itself wasn't built around what your specific body needed. That gap between how much effort you're putting in and how little you're getting back is exactly what turns this into a second job instead of a solved problem. A job with no promotion, no end date, and no clapping for you at the end of the week. The fix isn't doing more research or finding one more hack to add to the pile. It's the opposite. It's replacing the guessing with a plan that's actually built for your body, so you stop having to manage it manually every single day. That starts with data instead of trial and error. Functional labs that show what's actually driving your specific symptoms, your insulin, androgens, thyroid, inflammation, instead of you guessing which supplement or diet might be the answer this month. It continues with a plan that fits into the job you already have, not one more thing competing for your limited hours. Nutrition and movement built around your schedule, not a 90-minute gym block that you don't have time for. And it means someone else owns the plan, so you're not the one lying awake recalculating it every night. The goal isn't managing your PCOS better. It's not having to manage it yourself at all. If you're wondering where to actually start, you don't need to overhaul everything on one day. Your free roadmap is the starting point. I built this specifically for you as a simple next step that shows you what to actually focus on first instead of guessing which of the 10 things you read about last night is the right one. It's the low lift entry point before anything bigger, so you can start acting instead of still researching. Here's the part that's easy to ignore because it doesn't show up on a single day. It only shows up over time. Every hour spent researching instead of resting is an hour that you don't get back. Every ounce of mental bandwidth spent managing symptoms is bandwidth not available for your career, for your relationships, or just being present in your own life. You didn't build the career you have to spend your evenings decoding supplement labels. This isn't just costing you energy. It's costing you the version of your life you were actually working towards. So here's what to do. Step 1, notice how many hours this week actually went to managing your PCOS, researching, tracking, planning, worrying, and be honest with yourself about that total. Step 2, if you're not ready for a full plan yet, start with the roadmap. Link is in the description. It's the simplest first move and one clear next step instead of 10 more hours of research. Step 3, when you're ready to go further, book a free call. We'll look at what's actually driving your symptoms and build a plan that runs without you having to manage it every day. You've mastered your career. You shouldn't have to run a second job just to feel okay in your own body. If this helped, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.